Oh, it's recording. Festival. Look at this backlight. Well, actually, festival. Do you see how this shine? I'm going to add more shine, actually. Where's my highlighting brush? Oh, here it is. Tinny metal highlighter. Make me nice and fucking wet. Get those shoulders wet. Oh, girlfriend. That's what I'm talking about. Get nice and glossy. Alright, you didn't come here to watch me preen. What does preen mean? I hear people say it all the time. So first of all, I do have to address all the vain stuff. Look at the jewellery. It's very, very cheap. My brother got me this ring recently. Look at the nails. They're in desperate need of redoing. Do you see how much regrowth there is? Any day now, I will redo my nails. And then look at this cute backlight. See how I got this blue light on me? And then I got it from this cloud. Oh my God, isn't that just so, ooh, divine, darling, divine, darling, divine. Okay, anyway. I'm feeling my oats, darling. Because I'm practicing a look. I have an event coming up and I'm just practicing a look. And this isn't the dress that I'm going to be wearing. I'm going to be wearing the slinky beige number with beige high heels. But this is the hair and makeup that I'm fin to do. And I think I look rather glowy and gorgeous if I do say so myself. Do you dare me to just cut this off right now? I would do it. If you subscribe to my Patreon, I will. No, I'm kidding. I don't have a Patreon. I will one day. So let me say this. I don't know if I'm going to edit this or not. I might edit it a little bit, like color grade it and stuff for practice, right? For when I come out with a real channel. And I know I keep saying this, right? I keep saying, I'm going to delete this. I'm going to move my microphone. I'm going to start a new channel. I will. And I know I procrastinate profusely and I'm so cripplingly perfectionistic, but I will. It's my calling. I've received far too many signals everywhere to start it. People tell me all the time I need to start a YouTube channel. I just don't care about this YouTube channel anymore. Don't care. I put out a whole bunch of crap now. Like, even now I'm just rambling. I would never post this on the channel I have coming up. First of all, my name's Ava now. Isn't that really cute? I changed it. Let me explain why. So I called myself Brianna when I was very young. And I feel like part of the name Brianna, there's something really compensatory about it, like overcompensating. There's something really like, I'm a girl, glittery and feather adorned and bejeweled. Brianna, it's no offense to people who are called Brianna, like the name is pretty, but it's kind of prissy and girly, and I don't think I am prissy and girly. I say with these 3-inch slut claws. Listen to me crack my knuckles. My brother-in-law cracks my toes. I'll literally, when I go to his house, I'll give him my pedicured cute little foot and I'll say tug on my toes and he'll like, ooh! And it will like deep visceral crunches in the joints. I can't tell you how emancipating and beautiful that is. I have glue in my eye. Sorry, not so gross. I have a post-nasal drip. Oh, anyway, the name Brianna, right? It's just not me. Like, the older I get, I just think, God, I really wish I didn't change it to Brianna. It was like a swift, adolescent, resistant push. It's not me. You know what is me? Ava is me, because Ava is tall, yeah, and classic and womanly, and it's not too much, I don't think. Yeah, and do you know what? I think trannies always give themselves like really quixotic porn star names. And I'm like, why do you gotta do that? It sounds like I'm being judgmental. I'm not, please. Sabrina, all right, listen. Gabriella, like whatever your name is. I get it. Because I was that. Brianna, you know? Tiana. But there's something to me that's just like performative and glittery and overcompensatory, and I don't want to be that anymore. Not me personally. If you want to be that fantasy, be it. I'm a fantasy right now. Shiny and glittering. Oh my god, do you see this clavicle shine? Oh my god. It's beautiful, isn't it? Look at this chat. I soared. It had a head. And I got a saw and I was like, that's, never mind, I was going to make a sexual joke. But yeah, because I want more view of my background, you know what I'm saying? Sorry, post-nasal drip. So, I made this cloud. I should do a tutorial. Do you know what I want my channel to be? Not this one. This one's going to crash and burn. Goodbye. But I will erect a new channel. There's no particular niche I want to fulfill. I don't want to be a makeup channel, a philosophy channel, a tranny channel. Well, mainly tranny. Like, that is a huge part of my identity. I want my channel to be like a cafe that one can frequent to see what's going on. I swear to God, one day if I'm doing DIY, I'll be like, Ava does DIY. Meh. Or my nails today, or my skincare routine, or how I mentally process a devastating event, or interior design, philosophy, spirituality, anything. Will it garner as many views as a specialized, well-honed niche channel? No, probably not. But it would not be me if I didn't just. I really do feel a sense of stimulation from watching. Okay, I go to people's channels not for a specific type of content, but for the person. Yeah, I love that. Oh yeah, you're a tranny chasers, right? So you probably know Blair White. Like, I find Blair White genuinely interesting, I swear. Wouldn't you watch a video from her if it was like, I'm headed down to Costco and I stubbed my toe today? We'd still watch it because she's interesting and pretty and stimulating. That's kind of how I want to be. I know I've mentioned before on this channel how I care so much about how people think. Like, what people think of me, how people think in their world. I'm like such a parasite, as is everyone. I'm self-aware enough to know, like, to be aware of my parasitism and my overbearingness. But most people aren't. Like, most people, their introspection level is pretty low. That's just humans. Most people that get very involved in what people say and do, you shouldn't think like that. That's offensive. You try to correct them, you try to be victorious over them, you try to convert them, right? Or you simply don't. You enemize them, you push them out, you make them wrong, you form an adversarieship. But either way, there's still an excessive parasitic involvement with their world. It's not like, sorry, babe, you're over there and do that. I'm over here, do this. There's always like a sparring, a fighting, a wrangling, an offendability, which I feel as well. And it makes me really sad because, okay, I was on Facebook the other day and I saw this video of this woman, black, 33 years old, in prison because she tortured a guy for 3 days and killed him. And you know what? She was just... All the comments, much to my shock, were praising her and in love with everyone, loved her. And it's because she had the most scintillating, refreshing honesty. She was so straightforward, so candid. You knew if it exited her lips, it was the truth. And that's hard to come by for criminals, I imagine. Such refreshing, galvanizing candor. She was just like, she's very much like, yeah, I killed him and I did this and I did that and this is why I did it and I don't regret it. And she just divulged every detail. She was, like, the interviewer asked her, in that courtroom today, do you think you were sentenced proportionately? Do you think you got what you deserved? And she's like, no. And he's like, why? And she's like, I should have received the death penalty. And he's like, is that what you would have wanted? And she's like, oh no, I'm glad I'll get to spend the rest of my life with my sisters in jail. But, you know, I think if it's what God would want, I think it's not fair that I kill someone and then I get to spend the rest of my life in prison. I mean, that takes candor to admit that. But anyway, her entire demeanour gave me a sense of dysphoria. And I'm not talking about gender dysphoria. That's a real bane of being a tranny, is that I can't use the word dysphoria without it being related to gender dysphoria. I feel a sense of dysphoria in my... Look at these lashes. I got a 6-pack. You didn't ask. Her demeanour gave me a real sense of dysphoria in myself, because she really... Okay, he asked her, do you care what people think? Do you care about the naysayers? Do you care about the scorn that you have generated from this? And she's like, no, I don't care. And you can tell she means it. It's not a performative, yeah, don't care about all of you. I don't give a shit. Don't care. Those people really do care. They're still making a song and dance about it. They're still performing. She's just... I genuinely get the feeling that like 1 million people could like bombard the walls of the penitentiary being like, we hate you, bitch, you're evil, burning hound. She'd be like, oh, whatever. What's for lunch? More slop? I genuinely get that feeling. And I think, my God, my bitch ass would crumble in a freaking... I'm trying to swear less. My bitch ass would crumble in a heartbeat. I just so care. How? Does anyone have any advice for me? How do I not care? How do I not care so profusely what everyone thinks? And not just about me, in fact. A friend said something to me the other day that he's my best friend. And he said something kind of misogynistic. Like, I thought it was just kind of like sexist and stupid. And it like really offended me on behalf of women. It really just pissed me off. Like, why would you say that? Just like if I hear some racist shit. And that's what I find funny. All the SJWs calling me homophobic, racist, whatever. Because I use the N word. Because I say the F word. All these advertising agencies forcing me to play alphabet soup. If you know me, you know I hate playing alphabet soup. Just say it. Don't make a word into Voldemort. The N word. The F word. Can't say it. Shut up. My God. Seriously, there are kids walking 6 miles to get some parasitic water in Botswana, okay? You'll be fine. The T word. Do you mean tranny? Is that what you're trying to say? But you've made it into fucking Voldemort. I was on Reddit the other day. Oh, okay, I'm bouncing everywhere. Shut up. Do you know what I find unbelievably drivelous and pathetic, vapid, vacuous, emetic? Beauty guru chatter, the subreddit beauty guru chatter, and the makeup community. Pathetic. I want to use the F word all of a sudden when I think of them. Not my favourite F word, my second favourite one, the gay one. I'm so naughty. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's not interesting. But on Beauty Guru Chatter, like they're all in the makeup community, they're so whiny. They're the type of sad little crusty bitches that will scour through your freaking, oh my God, in 2017 on Twitter, you said this. Like, that's so problematic. You're a racist because in 2015 you said this. Like, they'll drag up an old tweet and saying, and that's why you support Hitler. And I'll be like, what? I'm so confused. Oh, I love black men. I just felt like saying that because I knew it pissed people off. Now, there's a weird thing about race in the United States. Do you know Americans love America? Honey, I'm an American myself, okay? Like, I've always been an American girl at heart. Like, it's just who I am, baby. And you know what people from the United States are so retarded about? Oh, we've gone all Valley Girl all of a sudden. My God. Money and race. Like, they're really weird about it. Like, if you want to freak some bitch out in America, just say, how much money do you make? And they go, some bitch fell my window. What are they doing at this time? At this ungodly hour? Oh yeah, money, right. It's so weird. They get so retarded about money. They're like, I don't want to talk about money. Race as well. Like, you bring up race and they get like really fucking pissy. Sorry, I'm trying to swear this. They get really freaking fricky, you know what I mean? And like, you can't have preferences anymore. Like, you can't say, I love dating trannies, I just love them. Nope, you're bad. You're fetishizing. That's really bad. No, it's offensive. I'm not allowed to say I like black men because, like, it shouldn't be about race. It shouldn't be about race. It's not about race, you idiot. It's not about race. Stop being stupid. It's about the big black. No, I'm kidding. It's not. I actually genuinely don't care about that. I mean, whatever, it looks nice, but that's not what it's about. Let me tell you a quick story about this motherfucker. Oh, he was gorgeous. And that's what made it cut deeper, how gorgeous he is. And it's still, I've invested a disproportionate amount of energy into this particular story because it's still stuck in my craw to this day. And it was like a little blip on a dating site that most healthy, well-adjusted people would be like, bye. But my bitch ass is like, still like festering over it. That was stunning. Stunning black guy. And he was so my type, and he's a bottom. Oh yeah. He's looking for a total top. Do you know what? You want to find the way to my heart. You want me to marry you? Put in your profile, I ain't looking for a versatile. I don't want a versatile, I want a top bitch. Oh, I'm here. That's me. I will never bottom or never suck a dick. I just don't want to. I only get my penis sucked and ridden, and that's it. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so this gorgeous guy, so my type, and him and I message back and forth. We develop a quick rapport. And we get into the conversation, and I'm like, why trannies? I always ask that. Why are you dating a tranny? No wrong answer. If you just want some dick, that's fine. If you just, like, it's fascinating. This is the weird thing about, like, don't fetishize. Shut up. Like, just let people have their fun, whatever. Just treat life like a buffet. Go towards the people you want. Ignore the people you don't. It doesn't matter whether you fetishize or not. I don't even know what it means, fetishize. I hope my man has a fetish for me. Hell yeah. Like, I have a fetish for black guys, but I still like, is that bad? I find them gorgeous and beautiful, and not every one of them. Like, some of them are ugly, some of them are stupid, whatever. And as is the rest of the human race. Before you call me a racist, that's the same with everyone, right? But I have a specific, just like I kind of like tall men because I'm a tall ass bitch, right? I'm allowed to say that because Americans aren't retarded about it. But Americans are retarded about race. I like intelligent men. I'm allowed to say that, aren't I? But all of a sudden, when it comes to some beautiful melanin, whatever. So anyway, whatever. I'm just talking to this guy, right? We develop a fast rapport. He gives me some kind of fluffy, unctuous, political answer. I'm like, trans women, and I respect them deeply, and da-da-da-da-da, and I will always support an ally, and whatever. Like, get to the part where I'm fucking your ass, yeah? No, I'm kidding. I do want love. I know I speak really frivolously and libidinously, but no. I just don't need a political answer. Unless you genuinely feel that way, but sometimes it feels like they're trying to blow smoke up my ass because they're trying not to offend me as a trans woman. Just speak to me like a human ass bitch, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God, this video is all over the place. Do I even want to post this? So he's like, I noticed in your profile it says that you prefer black men. Why is that? To which I said, I think the contrast is really stunning. I think I have very fair skin. And also I was raised in a very, very, very white environment. There was, someone who is like slightly brown walking past my window is enough to be like, because it's aberrant around these parts. You don't see it. So it's something very exotic and beautiful to me, like being a tranny is to many men, and there's nothing wrong with that. Being a tranny is exotic. It's a little bit saucy, like it's a little bit taboo, right? Don't lie. You don't have to lie and be like, it's got nothing to do with that. I don't fetishize. I respect you. It's kind of hot, the fact that it's a little bit taboo. It's a little bit like hush hush. That can be part of the appeal. And if you love that in your trans woman and you want to marry her too as well, cool. Nothing wrong with that. And so black men are kind of exotic to me because the deep contrast, the epitome visually and racially of, or rather the antithesis of everything I've experienced around here. Amazing, very scintillating to me, very, very sexy, very gorgeous. But it's not about race. Don't get it twisted. It's not about race. No, it's, I just like that trait. Just like, I'm not going to date a man just because he's tall. If he's tall, bonus. And maybe some bitch even has a prerequisite of, I don't want to date someone under 6 foot. If someone was to say that, right? Whatever. I mean, it's going to be limiting. It's annoying, but nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with me being like, I'm open to all races. I just have a preference for black guys, okay? But whatever. I give him this spiel. I say, the contrast is beautiful. It's quite exotic to me because I was raised in a very white area. I just synergize with it. And I appreciate it and I love it. To which he thinly veiled a scornful sense of judgment. And he haughtily laughed and said, oh, so you're objectifying then? And I'm like, I never said, what are you talking about? He's like, so it's just, you want to fuck him and dump him? I said, no, what? He's like, it's just a sexual thing for you. You clearly, it's very obvious. I said, like, literally the opposite. You think I don't face that as a tranny? Guys want to fuck me and leave me. That is the number one thing as a tranny. That's like the biggest thing. No, I'm actually looking for love, and specifically, motherfucker, and I said this, specifically, when guys are precociously sexual, I block they ass. But he wasn't having it. I mean, he was obviously like ensconced in his own doctrine when it comes to this, and it's obviously shaped by his own sort of like pernicious, emotionally injurious experiences as a black man, right? God bless him. Gorgeous. But he wasn't having it. And it was specifically the haughtiness, the piety, the superiority, and the thinly veiled judgment of, I felt like I was justifying myself, and he was leveling these horrible, honestly, actually painful accusations at me. I know it was irrational. It shouldn't have hurt me. He's some stupid, dumb motherfucker on the internet. Still fuck that ass. Still kingdom come, though. But, I mean, obviously, it's on me. I take responsibility because I'm self-aware and I practice introspection. So should you, bitch. If I'm offended, that shit is on me. Claim your stuff. Take responsibility. Ho. So obviously, he was incendiary. Obviously, it triggered an inflammatory response in me. And that's on me. So it's irrational for me to get so hurt by it. But I really felt a bit activated. I felt triggered by it. And what I mean by the piety and the superiority is that he's like, no, because I'm like, there's nothing wrong with me seeking out a physical preference. You are literally on this tranny dating site to find a chick with a dick. If you're not looking for a physical preference, fuck off and go to Plenty of Fish. Fuck off and go to, sorry, I'm trying to swear less. Frick the frick off and go to frickin' Bumble or whatever. Go get yourself a vag, bitch, or whatever, because it doesn't matter, right? Oh, I don't see genitals. I don't see colour, you guys. Oh, I'm colourblind. Shut up. What was I saying? What was I freaking saying? I don't know. Oh, right. But I was like, you're coming here for some preference. So I'm allowed my preference. Fool. And he's like, no, my preference is evolved and open because trans women are maligned in society and I still choose to support them. He literally said this. I'm not exaggerating. Listen. He literally said to me, you only want black men because you have been conditioned by society to, because you want that big black dick, because you view them as thuggish and animalistic. And I just thought, fuck you. If you want to get under my skin, put words in my mouth. That's really going to get under my skin. I didn't say that. You couldn't tell this is really stuck in my craw still. I got some other juice to add on to this. I got to pause because I got to think. Hold up. And you know what really got me? When he said, oh, so you're just objectifying. So you're just viewing black men as a piece of meat. He said, oh, so it's like, it's not over any real reason, right? You don't have any deeper reason. It's all about looks and physicality. To which I responded, what the frick else could it be about? What? I mean, okay, give it a modicum of thought and figure out why that's actually racist. Imagine if I said, I want to be with black men because they're all really smart. I want to be with black men because they're all really funny. I want to be with black men because they're all great dads. I want to be with black men because they all make loads of money. Stereotypes. The only thing brothers got in common is their melanin. All the rest, I don't know. You could be an animalistic thug. You could be like a criminal. You could be a well-to-do civilian. You could be super intelligent. You could be a low-down ass fool. You could be a great father. You could be an abuser. You could be a rapist. You could be a killer. You could be a philanthropist. Do you know what I'm saying? It's your skin, fool. So it just made me think, what kind of answer do you want from me? Really give it thought. Really give it some thought. What do you want me to say? Because they're all so educated. Because they're all really masculine. Like, it's all stereotypes. Black men have the same variety as any other men. As normal people. Sorry, this is a joke. Shut up, I'm not racist. Whether you're black, Chinese, or normal, I fuck with you, alright? I'm sorry. I know I'm not funny. But I think I'm funny, so shut up. So, but I mean, truth be told, if you are like of the racially sensitive persuasion, we're not going to last, right? Like, if you think I'm attractive, but you're like, you go crazy over the N-word, you get like really, really racially sensitive and whatnot, I get it. You deserve that. Like, generational trauma, societal oppression, all this stuff. Go you. Societal oppression. Yeah. I'm viewed as a disgusting alien freak. People want me dead, right? And not to get hierarchical, I'm not saying I have it worse than black people, but I will say this. This is just food for thought. Almost all public circles, if you say, I'm dating a black person, almost everywhere, unless you go to like some little racist pocket, almost everywhere, the unanimous public response is, all right, cool, whatever. In 2022, to this day, still, you say I'm dating a tranny. Now, the world's a lot better than it was, right? But among men, it is still the most common response to be like, gee, what the fuck? Oh, that's gay. Or what? I mean, of course, because they're secretly jerking off to some trannies when they go home. They love it. Of course they do. Why wouldn't they? But it's still in 2022, the ubiquitous response is men, I'm not kidding, will, I'm not going to say run, they will power walk away from me because they're terrified. Because they think I'm hot. And they are absolutely terrified. So whatever. That was just a stupid thing to say, don't you think? Like, to be like, oh, so it's not a real reason. It's not a real reason you like black men. I just think, other than saying I think black men are gorgeous, I can't give any more than that, because then it would just be racial stereotyping. It would just be ridiculous. Because all black men are funny. All of them. Stupid. Still hot as hell. Still. Whatever. Have you all seen HRH Collection? She is my inspiration. She just talks to the camera for like 47 minutes and I lap that stuff up. Look at this cute brush I got. It's metallic. I use it to blend. Okay. For all of you lurkers out there, this video is probably going to get like 400 views. Tell me, please, I really just, if you could just comment and just let me know, what do you want to see? First of all, to all of you who are watching, would you please, maybe, if it's not too annoying, click the bell, like click subscribe in the bell thing, right? And then get notified. And then when I make a new channel, could you follow me there? I really want to start out with you guys. Because I will make it big one day. I don't know about huge. I'm not saying my name's going to be up in lights necessarily, but I will be big. Like, I'm going to do a video with Mr. Girl. I will. Do you guys know Mr. Girl? I'm going to do a podcast with him. One day I will. And I'll talk about tranny stuff, and him and I will have some pensive philosophical talk together. I'm probably gonna talk to Brittany Simon too. I'm gonna talk to like the cool philosophers, and I will get big. I mean, I just will. Like, look at the way the video is color graded and whatnot. Like, this video is gonna look cool. I'm not gonna fully edit it. That'll be for my future channel, but I will make it big. So be part of the original crew, right? You know what I'm saying? When I start out, be at the beginning and be like, I was there. You can brag about it to your friends. A couple years from now, when I have 440,000 subscribers. But I will. I mean, I'm not just being grandiose. I have what it takes. I'm articulate and I got it going on, you know? Oh my God. I'm so itchy. Anyway, I might finish this. I might come to a conclusion now. Ooh, I have a little tangent actually. Just give me a sec. Do you know what? I'm 27 years old. Wow, I'm 27. I'm 27. Oh my God. Did you just see that? I think an alien just raped my eye. Oh yeah. On Reddit, I saw someone they said the R word. They typed R word. Not rape, they said R word. But I think, hold on, let me see if I can do that again. Look. My eyelash is getting stuck. Oh, I just realised that lens flare is going to go through there. Whatever, bitch. So, look. Oh, do you know what's pissing me off? Thin eyebrows are coming back in style. I've been rocking thin. You see, that is thin, right? That's like borderline chola. I've been rocking thin eyebrows for years, you skanks. And all of a sudden you want to bring them back? The amount of flack and ridicule I've received for, by the way, if you get this far, please comment on my eyebrows. Tell me what you think. Do you like them? Do you think they're too thin? I genuinely do want to know. When you look at my eyebrows, do you just think, ew, too thin? Or do you just think they suit my personality? What do you think? Because, like, I love them. What was the tangent? Oh, yeah. So I'm 27, right? My number one goal in reality is I don't want children. I have no desire for children ever. But I'm broadcasting my signal right now. I want a husband. And I want to be a housewife. A top as well. I will not suck your penis, but I will gladly get my penis sucked. And that's not selfish, that's a preference, and many guys love that. But I'm a pure top. I'm a pure top. And I do want to be a housewife, and I'm good at it. Because look at this gorgeous room. Oh my God, my nose is so itchy. I will prepare a gorgeous banquet of food. And this isn't me, like, I'm not trying to get a man here. But I will say, that's my number one goal, to find a husband, spend the rest of my life with him. But the older I get, the more I'm kind of feeling like, I don't know if I'll find that. And that might sound a bit hopeless, but I find that the fervour with which I hunt for a man is diminishing. I don't hunt anymore. I do use dating sites every day. Every day, yeah. I'll browse. It's a very casual thing to me. But what I want is so specific, and I will not settle. People say, oh, your standards are so high. Yeah, they are. Do you want me to have low standards? And you know what? Of course, I'm going to say it from my place of bias. In my world, look at this flower. It's cute, isn't it? In my world, my standards aren't high. But I'm aware to the human race, my standards are high. I expect from a man what I give. I'm not just using these words because they sound good. This is what I want, genuinely. Openness. When I say openness, I'm still talking about monogamy, but I'm talking about if you are closed off in your thinking, if you're mechanical in how you interpret the world, if you're very binary in your perception, if I have to spend a good chunk of my mental energy to try to translate all the shades of grey and the minutiae of this reality to you, because you don't get it, because you see it as either A, B, 1, 2, black, white. I don't have time for you. Good luck to you. I'm sure you'll be good in a lab tinkering with some crap, right? But not with me. I need you to see the world openly, at least reasonably open enough so that I can communicate with you without feeling like I'm talking to an alien. 2, bottom. Gotta be happy putting that ass out. Yeah, it's just the way I am, the way I will always be. You motherfuckers coming at me, I can see right through the fact that you're intimidated or threatened by the fact that I won't give my ass to you. You can pathologize it all you want, call me selfish all you want. There are people out here, I'm not allowed to use slurs. There are people out here who are killing for this shit. The bottoming thing, right? And don't shame them. And don't shame me either. Well, you can do what you want. So you've got to be a bottom. Communication. Oh my God. And people say that. It's like kind of platitudinous at this point, right? Like, communication is the most important part of a relationship. Every stupid Tom, Dick and Harry will say that. They don't really know what they're saying. They're just sort of repeating what they read off a beer mat. I mean it. Of course, humans have an evolutionary, physiological aversion to suffering and an orientation towards pleasure, of course, because that tends to be what's advantageous to our survival, right? So as a result, reflexively, when things get really difficult, one's average reflex is to recoil, is to pull away. What I'm so used to is when S word hits the fan, there is quite a palpable sense of recession. Unacceptable. During the trying, do you know what I think? It's all well and good to look at someone's relationship and be like, oh, I want that. Or like they talk about how good their relationship is or whatever, right? In the early stages especially, right? Oh, it's so good. Oh, I love you, baby. Oh, I love you. Yeah, things are great right now because the fridge is stocked and the dishes are done and the sun is shining, all right? And the ATM's not empty, right? And there's food down at the supermarket, all right? Yeah, and no loved one has recently died. Things are great. You have employment. Congratulations. That's easy. It's so easy. Oh, well, he gives me regular blowies, so Yeah, and we watch movies together, and it's really nice. I'm all for blowies and movies and dinners, and oh, give me that because I'm such a hedonist. That doesn't define anything. There is a million and one men who I can find who want, red flag, a wifey. If you use that word, get out my way. Just looking for a wifey. I know what you want. I just want some bitch that can be on a couch with me and watch these movies with me. We go out to dinner together. That's great. I love that. But what do the moment that both of your pathologies clang together in the most jarring fashion? You recede, you run, you recoil, you defend, you obfuscate, you lie, you manipulate, you gaslight, you whatever. Often insidiously without even realizing it, because these are baked in coping mechanisms, right? I'm not talking about the slimy narcissists who are calculated. I'm literally talking about the average human being. And I'm saying, during those tumultuous moments, when you're pulling away, those are literally the moments I need you to cling tighter. I need you to show me indefatigably. I sound so smart tonight. I love all these long ass words I'm coming up with. Just listen to me. I need you to show me, baby, we are a team. We stick together. And when I notice turbulence, when I feel insecurity or vicissitude, that is the moment I'm going to hold on to you so tight. And I feel exactly the same way when you are suffering and ugly. And maybe I even need to wipe that ass because maybe you got into maybe you had a back injury. Am I going to have to wipe your ass? Well, I'll wipe it as long as no, never mind. I ain't gonna say that. Never mind. My point is, whatever. Oh, your relationship's swell. Oh, it looks real sweet. Yeah, because the sun is shining and the fridge is stocked. Easy. Low-hanging fruit. So easy. Do you know... Honestly, do you know what I think most people are looking for? And they would never want to admit this because this is really painful and really ugly and they might not even realise it. Most people, before they grow up, whether you grow up at 25 or 65 or never, because we got significant swathes of the human population that never grow up and are emotionally mature, because introspection for most human beings is capped, depending on someone's bubble, right? But what was I saying? God, I get so distracted. Oh, do you know what I think most people are looking for? I don't think you're actually looking for a deep, visceral, connective partner. Because if you realised that, you realise that your partner is the most painful. Wow, weirdly, I feel a bit emotional. Like I feel my eyes well up almost. I don't know, it's weird. At times, your partner is really going to be the most painful, jarring mirror to the pathologies that lurk within. They are going to hold you, if they're the real ones, they're going to hold you accountable. They're not going to enable you. That is painful. But it's all okay and it's all doable if they stick with you. But people are not ready. Do you know what happens? They're looking for a wifey. They're looking for a boo. Do you know what I think they're looking for? A sexy roommate they can fuck and go to dinner with and cuddle and kiss. Which is great. If you're looking for that, go for it. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's that they wrap it up in a package like, I just want monogamy. No, you like the fantasy of monogamy. It's very cinematic and saccharine to envision this this hazy, soft focus, gorgeous monogamy. You hear that R&B track in the background. Oh, we're making out. Things are swell. I love it. That's what I'm looking for. But not just that, though. Not just that. I mean it. When I am activated, when I'm triggered, when I am going through real trauma, I need you to be there more than when all these sweet moments. I can't stop it in my nose. It's really pissing me off. Because do you know what I've internalized from everyone around me, for all the couples that I see, especially my age, 27, for men who are into trannies and whatnot, what I very much internalize is, I'll be with you forever. As long as things are sexy and cute and fun and feel good. Relationships they cannot subsist off of pleasure and hedonism. We must base our lives, our relationships on something deeper. And I say this as an incorrigible hedonist myself. We cannot live off of pleasure and relief, because what happens when there is no pleasure? There is nothing. Pleasure is the bonus. But the real most meaningful lives subsist off of meaning, ritual, structure, togetherness, tribalness, right? That's what the real experiences subsist off of, not pleasure. Pleasure is ephemeral, it's momentary, it comes and goes. I mean, how often do you feel elated and euphoric? I mean, even when you get exactly what you want, you feel great. And then it like dissipates and then you feel content. Most of the time we just feel like, Whether you are freaking Kanye West, balling like a motherfucker, or you are middle class or whatever, whoever you are, to be honest, unless you're living a life of abject suffering and torture, most moments are going to be pretty neutral. Happiness is just an ephemeral moment that passes by. It reminds me of these silly fools. These are the people I'm talking about, okay? The hedonists, the people who can't see past ephemeral pleasures. There are people who say, when I retire, I want to be on a beach with a mimosa. That's how I want to spend my retirement. Bitch, that's a moment. You'll be there for what, an hour, 2, 3? That mimosa runs dry, the sun sets. You gotta go home, fool. That's a moment. That is a moment. Don't be silly. You have to predicate your life on and relationships on meaning and substance. And so that's what I've internalized. People want a sexy roommate to fuck and kiss and cuddle, and you got to think deeply about that one. Do you want the same? And if so, that's fine. But don't erroneously wrap it up in a fake-ass package of monogamy. Of long-lasting monogamy. The norm is dysfunction. The norm is breakup. Look at the statistics. I'm not saying you failed if your relationships don't last. Most engagements, entanglements I get into with men don't last. That actually really, that really does bother me. It really bothers me when I get with men and I enjoy them, and then people around me like, oh, failed relationship, you failed. Oh, poor you. It's not failure, idiot. If my goal with every man I come by is marry him and spend the rest of my life with him, bitch, that's not you, idiot. I don't play with that. That's stupid. I don't know why my nose is so itchy. I'm gonna go 48 minutes. That seems like the duration of like an HRH video. You guys do mean a lot to me. And I promise, when I make a new channel, I'm going to be responding to you guys way more. I just love you. You make me feel good. Give me hope that I can find a man. Because maybe I won't, and fine. And I'll be single and I'll be a housewife for myself. And it'll just be me and my flashlight. I don't have a flashlight. Oh, yeah. If any of you want to buy me a flashlight, I'll give you my details. Yeah, like, you know, I'll put PayPal or something in future videos. Yeah, you're a bunch of pervy ass tranny chasers. I do want a flashlight. I really do. I just think it's fun and hot. So, one of you sexy people want to get me a flashlight? That's great. Don't get me like a vag one. That's really weird to me. Do you know what? There's this. Oh, can I tell you which one I want? There's a sexy black guy. His name is Milan Christopher. and he has his own flashlight. And I want that one. So yeah, Google it. I'm gonna go now. I love you guys so much. Bye.